Beth, Heather, it's so great to spend some time with you today. Thanks so much for giving a few minutes, and we're really looking forward to supporting both of you and the entire school, which is a really big and just wonderful community in Nashville on this important search for your Chief Technology Officer. We'll get to the role and some of the priorities coming up, but just want to begin. By hearing a little bit about your backgrounds and what brought you both to Ensworth. Beth, do you want to kick us
Sure.
off?
Thank you, Gabe. I've been at Ensworth 3.5 years, my role is the CFOO. And I previously worked at a pre-K 12 day boarding school outside of Atlanta, Georgia, in Rome, Georgia. And I was there 16 years. So really started as a controller, worked my way up, and now, oversee the finance and the operations of Ensworth. I moved for my job at Ensworth. And so I have really enjoyed learning more about the Ensworth community. I fell in love with it to start with, and just have really enjoyed my time in Nashville and especially my time at Ensworth.
Awesome. Heather?
Hi, thanks, Gabe. I'm Heather Capone. I'm the associate head of school here at Ensworth. I have been here for 6 years, but been in the independent school world for about 30 years. Started as a teacher and then moved into division head leadership and now the associate head of school here. I, like Beth, moved here to Nashville from Milwaukee for this opportunity. And am so grateful that I made this move. I work with an amazing group of colleagues and parents and students here, faculty at the school.
Well, I would just attest to that amazing characteristic or attribute. I had a pleasure of visiting the campuses back in the fall. It is a just wonderful, glorious community, very impressive on the facilities, so much going on. So for somebody who hasn't been to Ensworth, we're not going to be able to tell them in just a few minutes all the great things, but maybe a couple of highlights or just talk it through. And if you want to maybe each pick a campus or you want to think about sort of just different aspects of operations and the program, but just talk about some of the highlights of the school, the community, the culture, and so on. Beth, you want to go first?
Sure. I'll take the high school since Heather was the lower school division head before her current role. The high school is amazing, sits on over 100 acres. The campus is just a little over 20 years old, so the high school is not as old as the K-8 campus, Red Gables. And it just is such a beautiful blend of nature and amazing facilities for academics, art, athletics. And I think one of the things that I really fell in love with Ensworth is in the mission, we talk about joy and humor. And I think in today's world, Ensworth does a great job balancing out the life of a student and allowing them really to have time to enjoy life a little more, but also be part of a very highly academically motivated and high rigor school, but also have great facilities to explore different areas of academics and the arts and athletics as well.
Yeah, and I will just say the arts and athletic facilities at the Frisk campus are second to none as we talk about the document, and they are worth a visit for anybody who hasn't seen them. Heather,
Yeah.
talk a bit about Red Gables, which is itself just a glorious campus.
Yeah, so our Red Gables campus is our K through 8 campus. It's also kind of known as the mothership. It's where it all started in 1958, but has since grown in its resources and all of the opportunities that we have for our students to grow and learn. And I think that is the place truly where this joy and love of learning is sort of sprouted for our students here. And there's a lot of leadership opportunities for our students in that space as well. So our fifth graders have leadership opportunities and our eighth graders also. So it's a really unique opportunity to have a school that's a K through 8 campus that is a K through 12 school.
Oh, well said. And just so many unique little opportunities and programs that were going on. And when I saw the campuses, a lot of things involving technology, both academic and operational. So let's go right to that. And this role is a new role, CTO, reports to you, Beth, and it really is in charge of all operations of technology across both campuses, but it's also going to be at the seat of the table on the academic tech strategy. And so, Heather, we'll get to that in a second. But Beth, just talk a little bit about some priorities or just sort of, again, paint the picture for, the important role the CTO will be playing both in terms of infrastructure and supporting that. A lot of departments are leveraging data. Any highlights you just want to share about how this person can really hit the ground running?
Well, Gabe, thank you. We're very excited about having this new Chief Technology Officer CTO role. Having two campuses that were founded at different times and have grown over the years in different ways, we are working hard to knit those two campuses together, even though they are distinctly different. And one of the ways we want to make sure we're doing that is from an IT and systems. Both those campuses have acted independently at times as it relates to technology, but also working together on other technology fronts. So we think it's important at this point in the history of the school, as we really have so many exciting opportunities ahead of us, to have one person that's overseeing both campuses and really having a cohesive and succinct, doesn't have to be the same, but making sure that we are connected across our campuses and doing what's best for our community. From an infrastructure standpoint and an operations standpoint for technology.
And if you could just add a little bit also, my sense is that, the school is really committed to investing in technology and, finding the right resources and just ability to support all aspect. Just talk a little about sort of how the school just thinks operationally about investing in whether it's plant or technology or anything else.
I'm really proud of the work that Ensworth has done, as we have grown in our student enrollment slowly over the last couple of years, and we do have two substantial campuses. Ensworth really has a strong mission to support capital projects, and that would include IT projects. So I think making sure, I have a lot of experience, but IT is not my background. So I think making sure we have the resources and then sitting alongside the right person that can make sure the two campuses are working well together and that our systems are connected and talking, but appropriate depending on the needs of each campus. So I definitely think we have the resources and are committed to being the top at really everything we do, including technology. But making sure that we have somebody that can bring our talented technology and IT related teams together and just kind of move us into the future on the
Uh,
best path possible.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, as that future takes hold, Heather, I think this role is also going to be at the seat of a very important, table, a strategy table, if you will, when it comes to the instructional side of technology and just the kind of the overall program when it comes to curriculum, teaching and learning. The school has several people who are either supporting in a tech integration role, teaching in tech or tech adjacent lanes. Just talk a little bit from your lens as to any exciting things that are happening, how you hope this person might be a part of some of those conversations, what's sort of percolating or bubbling up, anything you want to share there.
Yeah, I think I want to reiterate what Beth has said about we have a really high level of expectations here and a high level of excellence, and we operate as a team that really pushes back and forth on one another. I always say we rumble at the table, and we're willing to have really difficult conversations to push ourselves to the next level. And I think that's where we are right now with this position. We're looking for somebody who is a community builder, a bridge builder, who can really lead a group of people who are already here, who are doing magnificent work, into the next iteration of what, in particular, academic and instructional technology is going to look like at Ensworth. It's an exciting time to be here because we are in an evolution and we want this person to lead us through that. Again, with people who are already doing some of the really great work, all the way from, our librarians who do the work with our students to our teachers, our faculty. Everyone is really excited about the opportunity for growth here.
And I guess finally, Heather, you talk about evolution. Both of you recently, if I was to say, evolved or moved to Nashville. You came to the city for this opportunity. there may be somebody right now far away from Tennessee or Nashville thinking about what's it like to move. So Heather, I'll start with you, and then Beth, you can close. Just anything either you remember about what got you excited when you were exploring either Ensworth or the community. I mean, I think Nashville is an outstanding city with so much going on and so best of all worlds. But I don't live there, so I can't say it firsthand. But Heather, anything you want to share or remember
Yeah,
about it?
I mean, I think I actually moved during the pandemic, during the COVID pandemic, which is not a time to pick up your life and move. But I would say it was well worth all of the struggle that my husband and I went through when we moved here. This is a fantastic city, lots of fun things to do. The weather is fantastic all year long, most of the year. So I think that for us was an exciting opportunity. But I would say the biggest plus for me is this community here at Ensworth is the most supportive, wonderful community you can be part of, primarily because you are seen and known and acknowledged for who you are and welcomed with open arms, no matter what you bring. And I think I have grown to love and cherish and be so endeared by all of the people that I work with. They are truly my family. And it was well worth, I would do it again and again.
Oh, that's great. Just not during a pandemic. We'll,
No, it's
we'll,
not the
we'll,
best timing.
we'll leave it at that. Beth, any final thoughts on what impressed
I
you
would
about
really
Nashville?
echo what Heather said. I when the job came up at Ensworth, I looked at it and obviously I was very impressed with the school. And Nashville's a very attractive city. I mean, there's always something going on, but I think what I didn't realize is just how beautiful Nashville is and all of the amazing parks and green spaces. So you have this artistic part of Nashville, but you also have this very beautiful and serene nature side of Nashville that I think a lot of people don't see. And the airport in Nashville is a dream. So Nashville is very easy to get in and out of. And then once I came to Ensworth, I'm just like Heather. I fell in love with the community. It really, I think independent schools all say we have an amazing community, and we do. They're all different, very unique. But Ensworth is very welcoming and very much focused on what's best for the students and having a community that's open and accepting. It's just been amazing. So I have really enjoyed Nashville, but I have never regretted making a change to Ensworth.
Well, I appreciate both of you sharing that. And I will say both campuses are truly almost like little parks or green themselves.
Yeah.
The foliage, the trees, it's just such a serene and inspiring place to be. I can imagine the kids there are just loving it. Well, thank you both so much for your insights, and we look forward to working with you on the rest of the search.
Thanks, Gabe.
Thank you, Gay. We're very excited about the search. Thank you.
Excellent.